Hello everybody, this is Miss Piekarski. I am out of the classroom having fun with Challenge Day today, so I won't see you at all. I am also going to be working with Challenge Day tomorrow, so I'm not going to see you until Thursday. Today I want you to work on this worksheet, and it is due today. Whether you are done or not, I want you to turn it in. Please do not copy from each other. I need everybody to practice doing this work. I need you to know how to do this as we get further into our unit and it gets more complicated. This part is the easy part. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll walk you through a couple examples and then I'll let you guys finish the rest during the class period. Alright, so for the first part it says draw a segment connecting the vector components to its corresponding magnitude and to its direction. Each segment should pass through a number and a letter that can be used to decode the riddle below. Alright. So the first time everybody looks at this worksheet, they always look at the magnitude column and they try to come up with a formula to get the components from the magnitude. Well, it's not going to work that way. You need to start with your components column. Work with these, start here and first get your magnitude and then find the direction. So from the formulas we found yesterday, to get the magnitude, you're going to kind of use the Pythagorean theorem. So in this example, the -5 and 6, you would use the square root of -5 squared plus 6 squared, plug it into your calculator. Notice I went ahead and included the negative here, but then I put the parentheses. Now I don't have to put the negative here because if you square a negative, it becomes a positive. So it's up to you on whether you want to type in the negative or not in your calculator. I would suggest not doing so because I have a lot of students that will type the negative in and they will forget the parentheses and then it messes up their answer. Alright, so if you type that in the correct way in your calculator, you should get 5.81 something 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 something. It's going to keep on going, just round to 2 decimal places here. And then, so if you have the components -5 and 6, you'll get 7.81. Okay, now to find the direction, we're using the inverse tangent formula from yesterday's work, and you're going to set it up inverse tangent of 6 divided by -5. You have to put the negative in there, okay? Now, if you look down here, you have 2 negatives. If you put both negatives in there, it ends up being a positive. So here, it's okay if you leave them out, but anytime you only have one value that's negative, like this one here, this one here, this one here, make sure you put that negative in there. Alright, so when you type this into the calculator, if your calculator is in degree mode, you'll get -50.194. Okay, if it's not in degree mode, I have no idea what answer you'll get. You'll get something else other than -50.194. Okay, the reason why we know it needs to be in degree mode is because we see the little degree symbols. Oops, totally covered that up. Sorry. We see the little degree symbols in all of these, okay? So make sure your calculator is in degree mode. If you need help putting it in degree mode, ask one of the people sitting around you. Everybody should remember how to do that. Alright, so now notice we get -50.19 degrees, but if you look down here, that answer's not up there. Oh, wait, hold on. It is down here, but if you look at this line, it's drawn to this point instead of way down here. So why is this the answer instead of this one? Well, look at your notes from yesterday, and if your A value or your X value is greater than 0, then all you have to do is put that formula in. If it's less than 0, so if it's a negative, then you need to add 180 degrees to it. And then if your A value was 0, then it would be either 90 or 270 degrees. Alright, so in this case, we have a negative A value. So we're not just taking this answer, we need to add 180 degrees to it. When we do that, we get the correct answer, 129.8 degrees, okay? So for this one, this is not the answer here, it's up here. Do not forget to look at whether your A value is negative or positive. All right, let's do one more of these examples and then we'll flip to the back. Okay, for the second one you have 5 and 12. 5 is your A value, 12 is your B value. Pythagorean theorem, you get 13. And then inverse tangent of 12 over 5 gives you 67.38. Would round up to 67.4. So notice my lines go through number 10 in D and number 5 in O. So on the bottom of your worksheet, find the number 5, put an O above it. Find the number 10, put a D above it. Okay? Let's go ahead and look at the back, and then at the end of this video, if you need to, the sub can rewind it so you can see it again. So flip your paper over to the back, and then we'll see what these directions say. All right, so in this side, from the magnitude and direction of each vector, find the components. So this time we need to use magnitude and direction to find the components and match these answers to the numbers in the box revealed in a magic code. All right, so the formulas we need are to find x and y, or our a and our b, and use the formulas we covered yesterday. So cosine theta, so the vector 3 times cosine of 75 degrees is going to give us our a value, and sine 75 degrees plus, or times the 3 is going to give us our y value. Okay, so your formula in your calculator needs to be something, put it in like this. Now I know in your calculator you're not going to have to put the degree symbol, just make sure you're in degree mode in the calculator. Okay, and so this is our a value and our b value. Okay, over here you have one more example. We have magnitude of 4.5 and direction is 320 degrees. So we do, to find x, we use cosine. To find y, we use sine. Plug it in. Notice our sine is negative. Well, at 320 degrees, we're in the fourth quadrant, and your y value is negative. So it makes sense that this would be negative. All right, and then, so my x and my y round to 2 decimal places. All right, so there you go. There's the instructions. If you need to look at it again, ask the sub to rewind it. You have the rest of this class period to answer these problems. And yes, I know some of you will be able to get the riddle before you do all the work. I want to see you doing the work. So you might want to get a scratch paper and write these formulas down. I know you're typing them into the calculator. Write them down so I know that you know how to do this work. You absolutely need to know this before we get further into the unit, or you are going to be totally lost when we look at a whole bunch of application problems. Okay? Hopefully you guys will work hard and get this all turned in. They are due at the end of class, whether you are done or not. If you use a different sheet of paper to show your work on, I need you to staple your work together and turn it in to the box before you leave. Have a good day. I will see you guys on Thursday. Okay? Bye.